Hey there, Dave here. This is part one of the North Carolina to Wyoming road trip. We're going to be traveling in Autopilot almost the entire way. You can actually see how it performs in real life along the way. We've got two stops, one in Nashville and one in Kansas City on our way to Wyoming. Kansas City is about 955 miles from here, and I'll do that in 2 days trip. So let's go. Part one, North Carolina to Wyoming. First stop, Nashville. I'll show you what happens along the way. Okay, we're here at Knoxville, ready to charge. Arrived at 83 miles, left at 256. Taking on a good charge. Hey, this is Dave here at the Knoxville Supercharger. It's not very busy today. It's Friday afternoon and about 3 o'clock. And 8 stall, nice location. There's all kinds of amenities behind me here and around. Shopping, there's Starbucks behind me, a few places to eat, and a Chick-fil-A way back there behind me. Nice place, Knoxville, Tennessee. All right, we're getting down to it. Got 5 more minutes to go, and we're ready to go. That puts us in at about 12% at our destination. That gives us the ability to stop. And there we are. We have enough to
500 feet. Turn left.
We have enough to continue the trip, and it switched over, as you saw, to fill up the battery to my set point that I have at about 90% for my trip here. But I'm ready to roll. It's a cool thing with the Autopilot. sees the vehicle in front of me and the one in front of him. And if from this angle, I don't really see one. I can see a shadow out there, but the autopilot sees him here. So that's kind of cool. Okay, good morning, everybody. It's about 7, make that 8 o'clock in Nashville, Tennessee. Leaving Nashville and heading to Springfield and ultimately Peculiar, Missouri, up near Kansas City. And I get to go across a long stretch between Minor Supercharger and the supercharger located in Springfield, Missouri. My first stop, though, will be Kuttawa, Kuttawa, or however you pronounce it. And here it is here. So it should be a good day. Got some weather maybe on the last half of the trip. Traveling north in the great state of Kentucky on I-24 now. Going to be stopping for a quick charge up. And then, of course, going to be heading to Springfield this afternoon via the Minor Supercharger. This is Kentucky, a lot of farmland, not a lot going on out here. We're north of Nashville, Tennessee. On autopilot. I arrived in Kuttawa, or however you pronounce it, here in Kentucky, just starting to charge up. I arrived at 110 miles, which should give me a great setup here for charging. And as it gets a little higher in state of charge, I think we're going to see a little more. It's not bad starting at 115 kilowatts, so go, man, go. Okay, we got about 80 miles added on, and we're about ready to take off to our next stop here in Minor, Missouri. Should arrive there with 34%, which allows us to charge quickly. And I got to get a full load of nearly 300 miles to get all the way to Springfield on the next stop. So here we go. Yeah, you don't see this every day. Old iron bridges, or perhaps steel, that are put together with rivets. These bridges have been here a long time. I'm not sure how long, but we're going to be crossing one of the big rivers here. I think it may be the Ohio River. We'll find out here in a minute. One on the right looks a little crooked. Yeah, so this is a Tennessee River. And this is an old riveted bridge that's pretty cool. Part suspension cable and rivets. We're going to see some more later on here when we cross over the Ohio River and also the Mississippi River on the way west. So this is Highway 62 between Paducah and Wycliffe, which sits right on the Ohio River. And it's a 2-lane road. It's pretty well marked as far as the autopilot's concerned. Does pretty good job. Of course, you have your hand on the wheel just in case. You never know what you're going to find out here. But it's a 2-lane road for about nearly 25 miles. Some traffic, and it's 55 miles an hour, but it goes through rolling farmland here, and it's a nice ride, but it gets you all the way over to where Highway 60 will pick up, and that way. You'll find just about anything on this road too. I had a big giant tractor thing to planter that took up 2/3 of the road come down. And so you just never know what you're going to find here. Nice drive. Weather's not so good today. I think some of these farms have been here for 100+ years. But the road's decent. Wonder how long that barn has been in existence. Well, this is Court.
Now
Excuse me.
turn right onto North 4th Street.
This is Wycliffe. Wycliffe's been here quite some time. A lot of old buildings. And I think it's been here for a long time, yeah, it's been here a long time.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Green Street. Now turn left onto Green Street.
Well, so much for Wycliffe. Small town. We're up on a viaduct now, coming over some of the marshland, farmland, heading towards the Ohio River, and then we'll cross over the Mississippi. It's part of railroad bridge too. Train crosses where we're going to be going. Okay, we're going to head up over the river. Roads aren't all that wide. Been here a while. See if we get a shot of that.
In 1 mile, turn left onto US 60 West.
So we're up a little over 100 feet. Comes a hay guy, wider than the lane. And we're up above the Ohio River here. And going over this old riveted bridge. It's been here a while. You can see it's pretty muddy as bridges go, or as rivers go. And this bridge is very wide compared to the next one. On the other side of this bridge, we actually are in Illinois. And Illinois is for about maybe 800 yards, and then we jump on the bridge heading to Missouri. So at the bottom down here, now we're officially in Illinois.
Now turn left onto US 60 West.
So we're going to make a left here, and then head to Missouri. Now Now this bridge crosses the Mississippi River. It's been here a long time, and it's really narrow. I imagine it was put in the time of small trucks and Model A's and Model T's, and it's been here a long time. I'm not really sure. Interesting part is the Model X here is pretty wide, and if you look over here, there's not a lot of room between the right mirror and the bridge. And of course, this is a shot of the Mississippi looking north. But this bridge certainly is not very wide. And one time I crossed here and I ran across a big semi. So, well, now we're officially back in Missouri. And we'll take this road until we hook up with Interstate 57, I think it is, and then down to the minor supercharger.
They're right onto US Highway 60.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Whoa. Jeez Louise. Almost didn't have a right mirror there.
US Highway 60.
Well, here we are. We're out in the 2-lane now, and this will take us up to more secure ground. This is all farmland, and it's right along the river, so it's lower, and we're kind of on a high spot here where the road is. And gives us ability to drive here when it wants to flood. Farmers benefit because of all the nutrients and stuff that come down the river. They use it for irrigation. So welcome to Missouri. Okay, we're getting close to the minor supercharger. And we're going to get a full load and go all the way over to Springfield, Missouri. It'll be about an hour worth of charge because we got to charge nearly to 100%. It's 250 some miles, so it's right at the range of the car, and we'll do that here soon. We've arrived in Minor, Missouri with 105 miles. It's 50 degrees and just hooked up to the supercharger. And at this state of charge, we should get a good bump here. I saw it peaked 117 kilowatts. As we continue to go here, it's going to want to charge us all the way. And here's our current state of charge at about 107. So we'll watch it here. Once we get full, it's on to Springfield, Missouri. This is Dave in Minor, Missouri, here at the 8-stall supercharger located behind me. It's right off Interstate 55, north of Interstate 57, and it's in the parking lot of Ruby Tuesdays, which is directly behind me here. And what's really cool is the power is supported by Ruby Tuesday at this location. So when you get a charge on your way to Missouri, make that Springfield, Missouri, make sure you give these guys a little business. It's a nice place inside, it's good something to eat. Figuring your charge is going to be a better part of an hour to get all the way across to Springfield. Okay, I'm going to call it. It's 287 miles of range. We're down to 3 kilowatts, and I'm not sure we're going to get a whole lot. The range is 300 miles, so that puts it 13 miles less than the stated range. If I would continue to charge it, I think we'd probably get several more miles. But my time's valuable, so I'm headed off. Off we go to Springfield, Missouri. Okay, we're disconnected from the charger. As you can see, it's saying stay below 65 to reach the destination. This is a standard message that comes up. It says we're going to arrive at 5. My prediction is if I take it easy, I'll get there with probably about 8 to 10% left. But it's looking to see, I'm trying to predict if you're going to lead foot it. An interesting thing. You'll notice that when your battery is nearly full or full, you have no space for regen. And that's what the lines are telling you, that there's just no regen place to put the energy on regen. But it indicates it here with dashed lines. Okay, we are on Highway 60, driving at 65. That's what speed limit is. We'll stick at 65 for a while. And as you can see, we're at 5% arrival. But my prediction is that'll be much higher. It's, again, a long stretch, 237 miles, and it's 283 miles of range. Typically, it's a fraction of what you show. If I drive at about 55, we would get all that 280. Well, here we are on Highway 60, headed west. Fortunate the wind is behind and to the left of us at about 45 degrees. It's probably about 10, 12 knots maybe. So that'll help our range, obviously. And we're driving through the fields of Missouri. As you can see, big time cotton. So this road's relatively straight until mid-state, and then we'll have to kind of change up a little bit. But this is a real nice road if you're going to cross Missouri. It's south of the main Interstate 70, and it's just a real pleasant drive, very little traffic. Okay, we are several miles down the road, and as predicted, we have gained quite a bit. Our initial 5% has grown to 8, and you just saw it peak there to 9. And our prediction is showing 297. So what we've been doing is driving at exactly the speed limit of 65, and the car's coming through, and you see here now we're at 9%. So looks good. We'll watch it here though. Yeah, we're averaging 300 watt hours per mile, which is pretty low. I think we could probably get a little bit lower. As you see, it's slowly going down as the average is pretty stable. It'll drop down a little bit here. And check this out, 13%. Holy mackerel. Now we can waste some power. Okay, continuing our trip across Missouri. We are now up to 15%. We've been sticking to 65 the whole way, and our energy is up at 289 for mile range. So with 208 to go and say 288, that's an 88 or 80 mile differential. So that gives us plenty of room to where we go. There's going to be some hills coming up here, so we'll see how the range holds up. One thing I did do, it was getting cold, so I turned on one click of seat. So that'll wear a little bit on it, but not much. Okay, we just went through Poplar Bluff, switched over to Highway 60, kind of northwest, and we're at 18%. And looks like destination here is 244, and the Navicomputer is showing us 185, so we should have no trouble. This road is very beautiful. It's called Poplar Bluff because of the surrounding area. We're on Autopilot, set at the speed limit of 65, and it's going to be very rolly hills, little dips and valleys, and we'll see how that affects things. I don't think it'll affect it much. Okay, made a change. It's now set it to 67, and stand here with a 17%. and we got 135 to go. Here in a mountain view along Highway 60, and it's raining pretty good, and we're holding at 15% and 104 miles to go. Well, it is coming down now. It's plaster in the road. Got almost standing water on the road. We're still doing our 65, trying to stay in the tracks of the car in front of me. Otherwise, I'm plowing water, which is pretty bad efficiency. I'm way up at 370 watt hours, which is more than I use normally. We're holding at 10%, and I've got 34 miles to the supercharger, so I think we're okay. But welcome to western Missouri on Highway 60. Okay, we're in the interstate system around Springfield, Missouri, and we've got 30 miles of range here. We have 7 miles to go, and 8 miles or 8 minutes. So we're doing all right. We'll make it no trouble. But I've been doing 65 the whole way. I'm doing 63 here because it's in a 60. But we're just getting just drizzly kind of rain. Most of the rain is all gone now. So this is Springfield, Missouri, I-65. Well, here's our message. Battery very low, but of course we knew that. We arrived with 24 miles of range, driving 64 per the Navicomputer. We arrived just fine, and now we have a low state of charge, and of course what you'll notice is you're not going to get 120 kilowatts until that voltage comes up a little bit, and then you'll see the speed increase because we're very, very low. So anyway, let it charge for a while, and I'll be on to the next destination, which is Peculiar, Missouri, which is almost due north from here. Well, how about that? We got some perks here at Max C Store next to the superchargers here in Springfield. This is Dave here at the Springfield supercharger. We have a 7 stall, it looks like. 2, 4, 6, 8 stall if I can count. And it's associated with Macadoodle, which is here. You also get a discount inside. It's a nice place to eat what you buy inside. There's all kinds of liquor, food, snacks, and the like, so you can go in and relax, easy chair, play on the Wi-Fi. It's a really nice place to come. Again, this is Dave here at Springfield, Missouri Supercharger. Okay, we are charging now. We're up at 106 kilowatts at 153 miles. Things are moving right along. Our destination in Missouri is here. We're getting there fast. There's about 20 more minutes to charge, and we're out of here, going up Highway 13 directly to Belton, Missouri. We are still riding the 100 kilowatt wave here at 324 miles an hour of charge, and we've gained so far 163 miles. All right, we are ready to roll. We've got 18%, and when we get there, it's 144 miles, just a little over 2 hours. Here we go. Okay, looks like we're here. We have arrived here in Kansas City, south of Kansas City, in a city called Peculiar. Hey, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode of EV Dave. If you want to see more going forward, click the subscribe button, and if you liked it, you know what to do. Take care until next time. See you then.